So check this out, people. I want to give a shout out to the Lawnmower Man Company who bought some options on DJT and sold them and made a decent amount of money this week. That's how you do it. You don't hold to the moon into stocks that may or may not spike in the long run. You want to play the odds, right? And this is for those who trade. This isn't for those who want to invest. This isn't for novice investors. This isn't for those people who just got into the game yesterday. If you're coming onto YouTube to get stock market advice, this is not the place. Go to your bank, speak with a brokerage accountant, right? Consultant, whatever it is you call it, and have them give you advice. But don't come onto YouTube for stock market advice. The things that I'm sharing with those who watch me is simply my opinion based on my experience and the way I trade. And so the things I talk about are for those who have been in the game for many years. Okay. I started some years ago. I trained myself. I started small. I started trading with $5. I worked my way up to 40, then 60, then 80. Each time I was able to double my $5. I turned that $5 to 15, to 40, and slowly but surely I was able to get to the point where I am right now, where I've been able to make thousands of dollars by trading. But this is not for everybody. If you think that you're going to come onto YouTube and listen to these scumbags who are telling you that AMC and GME are going to the moon, and you're going to put your money into those stocks, you're going to lose everything. Okay? This is not how it works. You need to train yourself, you need to educate yourself, and not come onto YouTube to listen to people like me and like anyone else. This is for those who know what they're doing. Okay? And so I recently posted a video talking about DJT, how I bought in at $33, was able to average down to $18 and change. The stock is now at $27. I was able to buy some options. My options are now up 150%. I also bought puts, and when DJT tanked last night from $33 to $26, my put is now up 15%. And so I'm up 15% with my put. I'm up some 30% on one of my options. I'm up 150 on another option, and I am pretty much at a decent gain in my shares since the DJT is now at 27 from 18 and change that I started my investment with, right? And this is how you do it, by hedging. You cover yourself on the way up, on the way down, and in the middle, right? Now, I want you to compare the things that I'm telling you to the things that these scumbags on YouTube, here on YouTube, are selling you, right? Who are always claiming that AMC is going to the moon, that GME is going to the moon. They give you this non-financial disclaimer. You notice I don't have a disclaimer, right? You know why I don't have a disclaimer? Because I'm not lying to you. I don't have a disclaimer because I'm not pumping stocks. I'm simply sharing the way I trade and trying to educate those who are watching so that if they want to learn, they need to go ahead and train themselves so that they can get to the level where I am. I'm just a novice investor, a novice trader, right? I don't always trade. I I would rather invest, and that's what I would recommend to the novice, is to get off YouTube, go to a bank, get information from them, and make a realistic investment for your future, right? And so when you come onto YouTube, you watch these scumbags, right? it's funny how I go on to some of these people's comments, right? There's this kid who's 20 years old, right? Mikey's Money. I talk about him all the time. And the reason why I talk about him is because if you're man enough to come onto YouTube and scam people and lie to people at such a young age, then you're old enough to take the heat, right? Because I'm a lot older than this kid. I'm old enough to be his father, right? And so if his father doesn't want to scold him or his mother and put him in his place, then I'm going to tell it like it is, right? Because he's a scumbag, because he's lying to people. And the funny thing about it is that you have grown people, grown men and women who are in their 30s, their 40s, and their 50s, probably even in their 60s. They are coming onto this kid's channel. They're taking his advice and buying into AMC and GME based on what a little boy who's 20 years old and lives with his mother, who pays no bills, who has no responsibility, who can't buy his own car insurance, right? And these grown ass men and women are asking him for advice. Just go onto the comment section so you can see how ignorant and stupid people are listening to children on YouTube rather than being grown ups and taking the advice of other men and women who are in the game, or again, going to a financial establishment like a bank and getting information and advice from them. Instead, they want to come onto YouTube and listen to children. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you an idea of how it is these people get the attention of those who come onto YouTube for financial or stock market advice. So you can see the stupidity and the nonsense that they post, how they try to entice you by claiming that AMC is going to the moon, that GME has been confirmed, that AI is now predicting the Moass, and all kind of bullshit, right? And so for those who have been following me, I don't get much views. I really don't care. For the 10, 15, or 20 people who watch me, I appreciate it. I do this as a hobby. I do this because, frankly, I have a lot of time on my hands, right? Because I'm retired. I retired a very long time ago. And so I don't mind doing this, even if one or two people watch me, right? And so keep your eye on DJT, people. DJT will spike if Donald Trump becomes president, okay? Remember to hedge. If you jump into a stock and you're looking for a quick buck, because I'm not holding this stock forever. This isn't an investment for me. This is a trade, okay? Like I explained before, and like I always explain, I have shares, I have stocks that I invest in, and then there are stocks that I trade. This is a trade. I invested my money into this stock short term some months ago at 33. I averaged down to 18 and change. The stock is at 27. I bought options. My options are up 150%. I can sell now and be at a decent profit. I can sell my shares now and be at a decent profit. I can sell my puts and be at a decent profit because I hedge. And hedging is when you buy calls, you buy puts, and you buy shares. So if the stock goes up, you win. If the stock goes down, you win. And if the stock trades sideways, you win because you don't lose anything as far as your shares are concerned, because your shares will continue to hold while your options may dwindle. And so you cover all your bases, and this is why I'm up to date in both options and in my shares, in my puts, in my calls, and in my shares. Always hedge, people. And remember not to listen to scumbags on YouTube who give you a disclaimer claiming that they're not financial advisors. As soon as they tell you that, it's because they're lying to you. They don't want to be sued. They don't want to be held liable for the stupidity and the nonsense that I'm about to show you right now, because they know that if you listen to them, when you listen to them and lose all your money the way The majority of apes have lost all their monies. The majority of GME investors have lost their monies. They know you're going to come after them. And they think that a disclaimer is going to keep you from suing them. And the fact is that people with disclaimers get sued all the time. So in the end, people, don't get played. Be smart. Always hedge and get your money. Now check this out, right? AMC stock and GME stock. Prepare for Moass. AMC is about to make people rich. AMC stock and GME stock are going to the moon. AMC stock and GME stock will officially squeeze. Roaring Kitty is holding to the moon. AMC stock and GME stock are about to make apes rich. AI is predicting GameStop Moass. AI is predicting AMC Moass. You see the bullshit? GameStop is ready for liftoff. AMC and GME squeeze is inevitable. What a joke. Dogpool is the AMC Moass catalyst. Roaring Kitty confirmed Moass. AMC stock and GME stock, it's a matter of time. AMC stock and GME stock will officially squeeze. AMC stock and GME stock are about to make apes rich again. AMC and GME stock dip before rip. Prepare for the AMC stock Moass. AMC stock and GME stock are going to the moon. Now, you see the nonsense and the stupidity? All of these thumbnails that I just posted were posted by this kid in the space of about a year, right? Some of these thumbnails are a month old, some of them are 4 months old, some of them are a week old. You have one where he recycles the thumbnail, right? In one it says, AI is predicting AMC Moass. And in the next thumbnail, it's AI is predicting GME Moass. You see how these people, these scumbags, these pieces of shit come onto YouTube and lie to you? And those who don't know no better, listen to them. This is why you have to get off YouTube and stop listening to these assholes. Go to a bank. You want to learn how to invest? Go to a bank. Open a brokerage account. Speak with a professional. It's that simple. You don't have to come onto YouTube to get advice from children who are lying to you. You don't have to come onto YouTube to take advice from scumbags who are pumping GME, who lie to you, who tell you about connected dots, who lie to you to tell you that because the books are telling you this, that GME is going to go to the moon, the balance sheets and all this bullshit. Go to a bank, get professional advice, and get your money.